What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we got an email from an individual and he asks, what are my thoughts and feelings on, so I guess it's an Ask Bios3, on switching from bodybuilding to physique. So let's just delve right into that right now. Okay, starting out, I would never, the beginning of this year, I never ever thought about doing physique. It was never within my sights. It was never on my radar. My idea was to get in the best shape that I could get in, being the fact that I had an injury in September, getting ready for the Olympia, for the Expo and stuff. I tore my rotator cuff as well as my bicep tendon. And I just wanted to get in really good shape, and I couldn't train heavy anymore. Like, the heavyweights that I was using before are fucking gone. So at that point, it was like I was out of the gym, and I could either not train in the gym anymore and fuck myself up and be like out permanently, or I could train the way I could and try to just keep a decent physique. That's what my idea was. So I said, okay, what is a decent physique for me now? So I said, okay, let's just get lean, okay? Because, you know, trying to eat this food and I can't train heavy, like I'm just getting fatter and staying fatter. Let's just get lean and see how I look lean. I've always had very good shape symmetrically due to my bone structure and my genetics. I have very small bones. You can see how actually thin my wrists are. I can get my fingers around my wrists. Not that that fucking means anything, but anyways, but I have small bone structure. So that's what I did. I got in shape, and I went through a breakup with my now ex-girlfriend Carrie, which, you know, when something in my life kind of fucks up, I usually try to divert my attention into something else that is positive. So I was at the Arnold Classic this year talking to Mark Anthony, and 2 weeks there was a show here in Maryland, and he said, why don't you try physique? And I, you know, I kind of like, I smiled, and I was like, and he said, you know, I know what you're thinking. He's like, I thought the same thing. Now, this is what I was thinking when he said that. What I was thinking was, I don't want to do physique because it's that surfer body, beach body, fucking loser sport. That's what I thought, honestly. I was like, it's for fucking losers. It's for wannabe bodybuilders. It's for people that couldn't cut it in fucking bodybuilding or don't fucking train hard. Like, I had, you know, it's the pretty boys, it's the conceited assholes. I had all these preconceived notions because of what I had actually seen already the previous couple of years. Now, what I didn't know was, and Mark was explaining to me, that it was evolving. The sport was evolving into something that is not the surfer look anymore. Now, granted, you still don't show your legs, but a lot of these guys have fucking big legs. So I kind of stepped back and I was like, I don't know. And he said flat out, he said, you know what? He goes, I trained, I was a competitive bodybuilder. This is Mark Anthony talking now. He said, and I just couldn't put the mass on. I couldn't hold the mass for my height. Genetically, I can't do it. So I decided to do physique. He goes, and I was thinking in the beginning, like, this is such a fucking lame thing. He's like, and I tried it and I loved it. He's like, I absolutely loved it. It opened up all these doors and avenues for me. He goes, I'm so glad that I gave it a shot. He's like, it is an absolutely great thing to try. So, you know, I'm at that point, I said, you know what, I do miss competing. I miss being a competitive bodybuilder, having been on stage for 20 years, putting everything that I had into every show. Sometimes I fucked it up, sometimes I didn't. Learning experience, sometimes I worked with coaches, sometimes I didn't. But the bottom line was I was able to change my body enough through 20 years from a bantamweight, lightweight, light heavy, and super heavy. So I competed in 5 different classes, qualifying for nationals in all of them. So let's go another challenge. The challenge would be to build a physique. Okay, well, what's that? Let's just get really lean. So I came down, I got lean, I did the show. And the feedback was too big muscle-wise still. Got to lose some muscle. So in my head, I kind of stepped back, I said, lose muscle. What the fuck? I spent my whole life now, adult life, building muscle, and now I have to lose what I built. I worked so hard for it, I don't know if I want to do that. And then this little voice inside of me said, why not? It's a challenge. You look great. You're getting positive feedback. This is a positive thing that's going on in your life right now in a negative time. Give it a shot. Accept the challenge. So I did. I dropped that 10 pounds of muscle, and I went from being last place in March at the Gladiator to second place in Woodbridge. Immediately, from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. And that's when I started to realize, you know what, this is something I could do. This is something I'm genetically prone for, genetically gifted for. I already have the mass all the mass that I need from training for all those years. But when I got to the Gladiator and saw the physique guys, I was backstage and I thought they were all bodybuilders. And then we said, all right, you know, physique guys, line up. They started taking their sweats and stuff off. They're in board shorts. And I'm like, holy shit, these guys are big. They're like fucking 200, 210. Like, they're fucking big dudes. And I was like, God damn. So I'm looking at all of them. I'm like, this is not that sport that I remembered. Okay, these guys look fucking good. They look real good. I want to go toe-to-toe and fucking bang with these guys and see where I stack up next to them. They got fucking last. Okay, so next thing you know, it was one of those things where, you know, I was told by one of the judges, don't give up on this. You know what I mean? You have what it takes. You have to make these few adjustments, but don't give up on us. You know, and I kind of sat back and I said, this is a division where I actually fit in now. 4 years ago when physique was invented, I didn't fit in. It was a bunch of fucking no-muscled fucking peg legs that looked like fucking flamingos walking around with no muscle on them that had a set of abs. That's what it was. Now it's an actual physique. You have to actually go in the gym and train to get a physique to be able to compete successfully in physique. I said, all right, let's give that one a shot. And that's exactly what happened for the next show. You know, when I walked away with my first national qualifier at second place at the Woodbridge Max Muscle. And that's when I realized, I said, I can do this. And you know what? I didn't have to kill myself to do it. I could actually keep my weight at a certain point, feel healthy, feel great. You know, I definitely like the way I look a lot better now. I like not wearing a shirt like all the time now because I'm lean all the time. So there's no point. You don't blow up, shrink back down, have the fat stomach, only look good in a shirt. You know, like energy-wise, great. You know, stamina-wise, great. I do cardio every day to keep my weight down, and that's a positive thing. So there's all these positive things happening and really no negative. The only negative thing I could say was that, you know, it carries the stigma sometimes as a pretty boy fucking non-muscle having sport, which is changing very quickly. So as I head into the Delaware a week from this Saturday, so I'm about a week and a few days out right now, I could say that I'm not just satisfied with switching to physique, that I actually enjoy it. And Mark Anthony told me, he's like, you're going to love it once you start it. It's something that you can really pour a lot of positive stuff into. And he was right. He was absolutely right. I'm back on stage competing, which is what I've been doing since I was 17 years old, a senior in high school, is when I did my first competition, which I love to do. Back in 2013, when I tore my pec, blew out my back, I was a fucking mess. I said, this is it. I can't compete anymore. If I can't do these exercises, I can't maintain that mass, like I'm done. Like this is it. My physique won't get better. I can compete, but I'm not going to be getting any better. And that was it. I bowed out and said, I'm done with competition. And for 2 years, I missed competition. I missed that structure, the way of having a goal, the way of having a date to look forward to and push yourself to that goal and increasing intensity and all these different things and changing my body and watching it change. And physique has reinstated that for me and gave it back to me again to where I'm happy. And as long as, you know, I'm happy doing this and enjoying it, I'm going to continue to do it. I'm doing well in it. My first season, I'll be doing 6 shows by the time I'm done with this season. And next year, we're heading to the national level to see where I stack up against them. So, you know, I can't say enough about it. I could say that if you're wanting to be a bodybuilder and you don't have the mass yet, start with physique. If you are, you know, the type of person who wants to be not very big and bulky, try physique. If you're someone who wants to have that aesthetic, lean, kind of sleek physique, try physique. Just try it. Give it a shot. It's not what a lot of people think it is. It's not as bullshit as it used to be. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog. It's the physique bicep and tricep, and we're out.